Well, hi there. Welcome to my studio. This is Very Basic Piano Lessons number 3. In our first lesson, we learned about black notes and finger numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the second lesson, we learned about C, D, E. How to find C, D, E from the 2 black notes, then the 3 notes that touch the 2 black notes. Then go down to the 3 white notes, C, D, E, C, D, E, and we played one song. Now, before we go to very many more playing lessons, we need to learn a little bit about rhythm so that we can make sure our notes are long and short the way they should be. The rhythm of notes is the long and short of notes. Some notes we hold short and go fast with them, and some notes we hold for a long time. Our lesson today will be learning 3 most basic rhythm notes: quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. So the first one is a quarter note. So here is a sheet that shows what quarter notes look like. They are black circles with stems. They look like D's with the circle filled in. So they get 1 count each. If you draw quarter notes all the way across that line, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarter notes. And if you were to clap those notes, you would go like this. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. If you were to play them, they would sound like this. Quarter, 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 quarter. Or several different kinds of notes, C, D, E, F, G. C, D, E, F, G, F, E. Quarter, quarter, quarter. Quarter, 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 quarter. Those are 1 count notes. That's what you're going to mostly have in your life, especially during beginning piano. That's the first one. Now I'm going to show you the second one. This looks like a quarter note, but the circle of the D is not filled in, so it's white on the inside. White notes that have stems are called half notes, and they get 2 counts. 2 counts. So you can see this row of half notes. You can trace the one, draw the rest of them to look just like that. And if you clap that row, there's 7 of those. You go half note, half note, half note, half note, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a note you play on one beat and hold it down if you're playing notes for the second beat. Half note, half note, half note, half note, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that. Half note, half note, half note, half note, half note, half note, half note. They're twice as long as quarter notes. So let's play those 7 quarter notes on the top row. We'll play just C's. We'll play them all C. Quarter, quarter, 1, 1, quarter, quarter, 1. They're all short. Now the half notes. Half note, half note, half note, half note, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very good. So those are your 2 most basic rhythm notes. Now, we need one more so I can give you some songs to play and you can know how long to hold the notes. The last one I'm going to teach today is a whole note. This is just a circle. It's not filled in and there's no lines, no stems. Nothing. It's just a big fat circle. It gets 4 counts. You play it and then you count or hold for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So try drawing some whole notes. You've been doing circles since you were a baby, right? So just do some whole notes. And then at the bottom of this page, try clapping or counting these whole notes. Now there's a whole bunch of them. Let's only do 4 of them. Let's clap them first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's important to keep your hands together when you do clapping exercises. Through all these lessons, we're going to have a lot of rhythm exercises, and they're all clapping. So when you clap your rhythm exercises, if you're clapping a long note, like a half note or a whole note, hold your hands together. So let's clap 4 whole notes. Keep your hands together and only clap on 1, but you're going to count to 4. Ready? 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do the same thing. Let's play some C notes for 4 counts each. 4 C whole notes. Ready? 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you notice that I kept my finger down on the note so that it rings and keeps playing even though I'm not playing again? 1, hear the ring? Okay, this is the difference. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's no more sound. You got to keep your fingers on the keys for all 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can speed up the counting. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and be a really hot, fast pop song. Or we can be a slow, beautiful classical ballad. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's important that whatever tempo, whether you decide to start medium, long, slow, or fast, you stay the same through the whole song. So if you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure the next one is that same speed. 1, 2, 3. Don't let the second one be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Got to make them all even. Okay, just like a little metronome. Click, 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 click. It doesn't change. And when you learn how to play with that metronome, you get really good at rhythm. Okay, next thing, we're going to mix the rhythms together. So I have 4 lines of rhythm, and we can work on writing down the rhythms above the notes, how many counts they get. You look at line 1, you see that above the little note, which is black with a stem, which means it's a quarter note, it gets 1 count. Above that note, I put a 1. The next note is also a quarter note, so I put a 1 above that one. The next note, it's not circled in, so it's just a white on the inside, which means it's a half note. It gets 2 counts, so I put a 2 above it. On the next note, that's not got a stem, that's your whole note. Remember how many counts it gets? Gets 4, so you want to write a 4 above that note. Then the next 2 are both half notes, so write a 2 above both of them. The next 2 notes are quarter notes, they get 1. And the very last one is 2. So now you know how many counts each one of them get. So let's go across that row, and we're going to say 1, 1, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how many counts it gets. Don't just say 2 or don't just say 4, you count to 2 with that. So let's do from the beginning, quarter note first. So we say 1 while we clap. Ready? And 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Very good. Good job. Let's do line 2. Write down how many counts each one of them gets on your paper. You can download at my website. Just to click the link that's in the description, and you can get this whole packet. First note is how many counts? Go all the way across the row. The first 4 are all the same. If you don't remember, I'll write the first one down for you. And the last 2 on this row are the same, but they're not the same as the first 4. How many counts did those last 2 notes on this row get? Okay, Now let's clap these. Say how many counts each one of them gets. As you clap on one and say the next number while you're holding your hands together. Row 2. Ready? 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! Now on this row is a good time for me to show you the measure counting. So if you look at the very beginning of this line, there's a fraction. It's 4 over 4. All that means is there's 4 quarter notes per measure, or the equivalent. If there are not any quarter notes in the measure, they're half notes, everything that counts should add up to 4. So you've got 2 half notes in this first measure, and they're 2 counts each. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Then there's a little line. That's called a bar line. Once you see that bar line, you got to start over at 1. So then the very next 2 notes get 2 counts each, which add up to 4. Then you got a new bar line. Then the next one is a whole note, and it gets 4 counts. You can't put anything else in that measure. It's just 4 counts, and there's 1 note, and it holds for 4 counts. Then there's a bar line. Then we have 1 more whole note. And at the end, this big double heavy bar means the song is over. Whenever you see that big double bar, a big heavy one with a light one, that means that's the end of your song. So on the bottom, underneath these notes, we wrote the counts above, how many counts they all get. Now we're going to count to 4 in every measure. So underneath the first note, put a 1. On the second little line, put a 2 because it's a 2 count note. So we have a 1 and a 2, but we have to count up to 4 before the bar line. So the next note gets 2 counts, so it gets counts 3 and 4. The first half note got beats 1 and 2. The second half note gets beats 3 and 4. That adds up to 4. Half note, 1, 2, 3, 4. So put a 3 underneath the second half note and put a 4 in the empty space right after it. Then do the same thing on the second measure. Now when we get to measure 3, with that whole note, we put a 1 under it, because you always clap on 1 on the very, very first note of every measure. The measure is the space between bar lines. But you have 4 little lines, so put the 1 under the note, then put a 2, 3, then 4 right after it. Then you have another whole note, do the same thing there. The 1 goes under the note, put the 2, 3, 4 after it. So measure 1 of this line has a 1 under the first half note, a 2 in the empty space, a 3 under the second half note, and a 4 in the empty space. So you're going to clap and count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clap when you have a note above the number you're saying. There's a note above 1 and there's a note above 3. You hold your hands together in between. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second measure is just like that. Let's do measure 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last 2 measures, we only clap on 1, but we say all 4 numbers and clap and hold our hands together. So let's do measure 3, then measure 4 without stopping. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! Let's do the whole row. Start with those half notes. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. All right, let's try another row. Let's try number 3. So really quickly, write the numbers of how many counts each note gets above the notes in those little teeny lines. So the first one should be a quarter note, so it's how many counts? Then the second note is also, the third note is a half note, it gets The next note in measure 2 is a whole note. Put a 4 above it. Then the next 2 notes are quarter notes. Put a 1 above them. Then the next note is a half note. Put a 2. And the last measure is a whole note. Put a 4. So above those notes on row 3, you should say 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 4. Okay, before we clap, let's put those counts underneath. Remember, we have to count up to 4 between every bar line. So under the first note, put a 1. Under the second note, put a 2. Under the third note, it's a half note. It gets 2 counts, so we've got 2 beats left. We've got a 3 and a 4. So put the 3 under it and put a 4 in the empty space. The next one is easy. Put a 1 underneath that whole note. Then put a 2, 3, 4 on the next 3 lines inside that measure. Now measures 3 and 4 are exactly like measures 1 and 2. So you go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 across those next 8 lines. Now, when you're ready, let's clap this whole row. First, let's not say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say quarter. Let's say 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ready? Go. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's do the fun one. Let's count up to 4 in every measure and clap when you see a note above the number you're saying. So read from left to right, and here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! Okay. The last line, line 4, is actually kind of easy. So we have 4 quarter notes, 2 half notes, 2 counts each, and the very last note is your whole note, 4 counts. So put the counts above. First 8 lines above each note should be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then the next 2 in measure 3 are half notes. You put a 2 above each one of those 2 notes. And that last one, the whole note, 4, put a 4 above it. So let's say those. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. Ready? Go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And our last exercise. Right underneath each note, you're going to write up to 4 in every measure. So under the first note, put a 1. Second note, put a 2. Third note, put a 3. Fourth note, put a 4. Next measure, start again at 1. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Third measure, put a 1 under the half note, put a 2 in the empty space, put a 3 under the half note, put a 4 under the empty space. Last measure, put a 1 under the whole note, then put a 2, 3, 4 to finish the row. Now let's clap it again, and this time say 1, 2, 3, 4 in each measure as we go. And clap when there's a note above the number you're saying. If there's no note above the number, just keep your hands together until the next beat. Ready? 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You did it! Very good. We'll see you next time.